talk about the Traffic Secrets book. Hey, it's Arie here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video specifically, I'm going to be giving my honest, in-depth review for the Traffic Secrets book by Russell Brunson. Now, my intention with this video is not to come on here and say,
oh, you can get this book for free. Click on my link down below and just pick this book up. It's free. You can get it. Use it. You're gonna get all this stuff and blah, 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 you know?
Before I actually started filming for this, funny thing is, I actually did look at a few other video reviews that other people were giving of this book. And what I noticed was that a lot of people were, they would talk about this book for like a minute in their video, like the first minute. They would give like a brief, summary of what it's all about. And then like the next 9 minutes straight, they were just trying to pitch this entire book, trying to sell it. Something that is, free. They were trying so hard to sell it. And they were offering all these insanely, good bonuses, which I understand, that they may have had, good intentions with that or, whatever, I don't know. I can't really speak for everyone else. But my intention with this video is to give you all the details that you need, pretty much go over exactly what this book is all about, and pretty much, talk about what I like and didn't like, so that this way you can decide for yourself whether or not this book will actually be worth it for you. So that's pretty much my main intention with this. But Traffic Secrets, what exactly is this book all about? So the word traffic, when you hear the word traffic, I'm not referring to vehicles passing by on the highway over here. We're talking about getting targeted customers, potential customers, over to your business. So the Traffic Secrets book is all about how to get, targeted customers over to your business. So that is pretty much what the book is all about right there. But what I really like about this book actually is that it is quite in-depth read actually. So this book is, as you can see, quite a large read. It is over 300 pages long. So this goes very in-depth when it comes to getting traffic to your business. And the other thing that I like is that it doesn't just focus on one specific strategy. There's a lot of other, training courses out there, a lot of different, programs about how to do Facebook ads, for example, or how to do Google ads or Bing ads, right? But the problem is that these type of methods, they're very, platform independent, where you are depending on one specific platform to get traffic and, all the type of stuff. So the benefit with this book is that it shows you various different ways of driving traffic, but also lots of different concepts that you could use, regardless of, when you're watching this video or when you decide to, of course, read this book. So the information that is in here is going to be relevant for, years and years and years and years and years and years, probably forever down the road, as long as, businesses, of course, operate the way that they do. So to give you a bit of an idea, I'll go over some of the different chapters that are in here. So this book in particular is split up into 3 different sections. Let me see if I can find that. So section number 1 is finding your dream customers. Now, the important thing that you really want to think about is, regardless of what you're trying to sell or market online, if you have a physical product, if you have some sort of digital information, if you have some sort of affiliate product, network marketing opportunity, if you have a brick and mortar business, whatever it is that you are trying to sell or market online, you need to focus on getting in front of the right people. You don't want to just market to anyone and everyone, because ultimately not everyone is going to be a fit for what it is that you're trying to sell. So if you are trying to sell some sort of like health and wellness related product, right, you want to get in front of people that are ideally interested in getting into better shape, getting six-pack abs, or whatever the case may be. But section number 1 goes over how to find your dream customers, and this goes over inside of here there's different subsections like who is your dream customer, where are they hiding, how to actually find those people, how to use the right story, hook, offer to get in front of them to, of course, attract their attention, how to work your way in, buy your way in, traffic that you own. So as you could probably tell, this is a very in-depth book, and it goes over full step-by-step exactly what you need to do to, of course, find the right people and actually get them to be interested in what you are trying to sell. So it's very important that not only once you find the right people, you want to use the right bait to, of course, hook them in. It's kind of like when you go fishing, you have like a little worm that you put on there, and you put the rod in and you're trying to get the fish, right? So that's kind of how you, of course, want to really think about it. You want to have the right the right bait, the right message to, of course, get in front of these people and get them to be interested. So that's pretty much what section 1 pretty much goes over there. But section number 2 is how to fill your funnel. Now, funnel is essentially, it's like a website, but it's designed to take your customers through a very specific process. So something that the author Russell Brunson recommends is having your own online sales funnel set up. So this way, when you have this set up, instead of sending people straight to, like a sales page, for example, or a sales video, instead you send them to a page where it has a headline at the top. Would you like to learn how to get six-pack abs, for example? Would you like to learn how to, find the love of your life, or, whatever it may be? Enter your name and email down below, and on the next page, you'll learn more information on how to get X results. So you'll see a video, you get a free training series or something like that. And by having this in place, then it's much easier to, of course, get that customer in the door. They get to know you before they see, what it is that you're trying to sell. So the nice thing about this is that he focuses a lot on organic strategies. There is some information in here about how to do paid ads. So he goes over a few different platforms you could use there. But in this section, he goes over the four big platforms, which are Instagram, Facebook, Google, and YouTube. So he focuses a lot on the organic strategies, building up an audience. And the thing that Russell Brunson really recommends that you do, and this is what I actually really liked about this book actually, is that he recommends that if you're trying to build any sort of business, especially if it's an online business, you want to focus very heavily on building up an audience on one of those four main platforms. So ask yourself this question, right? Out of the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Google, which platform do you spend the most time on? I don't know about you, but in my case, it was YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, so it made sense for me to focus on building up a YouTube channel and building up an audience that way. Because, of course, when I was first getting started, I didn't have a massive budget to spend on ads. And, if you're just getting started as well, you might not have a massive budget to spend, or, you don't feel like risking, putting money on the line. So if you are completely brand new, if you don't have lots of money to invest, the best thing that you could do is you could focus on building up an audience organically. In this way, not only are you saving money, but you're also getting highly more targeted people that will be interested in, whatever it is that you're trying to recommend. So think about it like this, right? Someone goes on YouTube, for example, right? They look up a video, they watch a video that, you put up, and by the time that they check out whatever offer it is that you are recommending to them, they already know who you are. So they've seen, they've heard you speak, they've gotten to know who you are, they understand, how you present yourself, and, they know that since you are a real person on camera, they're much more likely to trust you than the average person who just, buys an ad, buys some clicks, and just sends it over to a link. I mean, that you don't really want to be doing, if you're just starting out. So he really recommends that you really focus on building up a audience organically. And then also there's section 14, which is after the slaps and snaps. So he addresses, one of the big concerns that a lot of people have. What if, Facebook decides to change up their algorithm, or what if YouTube decides to, change up their algorithm? What is something that you could do? So he really focuses on teaching you long-term strategies that you could apply that would be relevant for the long term. And he also goes over one specific strategy in this section here that really blew me away. It was something that I really had not thought of, but after hearing it, I just knew that it's something that is very powerful. And it's something to do with podcasts. I guess podcast is a very underrated traffic source, but if you want to learn more about that, then I definitely recommend checking this book out. It is definitely worth a read if you're trying to build any sort of online business. And then in section number 3, he goes over growth hacking. Now this pretty much goes over the funnel hub, pretty much what that is all about and why you of course need to have that. Other people's distribution channels. So he goes over how to leverage other big influencers to of course get in front of the right people. Building an affiliate armory. So if you want to build your own platform and have affiliates promoting your own products, that's what he goes over there. He also goes over how to convert cold traffic into actual buyers. So, if you aren't familiar with what cold traffic is, it's a lot like, you buy an ad, right? And you get in front of people who don't really know who you are. So obviously, if you are targeting, people who are completely brand new, they don't know, who you are, what you're all about, what you really want to focus on is you want to have a different language than you would if you were marketing to like a warm audience, people who do know you. I'm like stumbling upon my words, it's crazy. But so that's pretty much what that goes over. And then there's also, other growth hacks and then, the conclusion. So that's pretty much what the entire book is all about. Again, this isn't, your average book where you're just going to read it one time and then just kind of, forget about it and just, become rich, really quickly. These are strategies that are going to be working, for the long term, where you could, of course, apply them. But you're also going to want to go through this multiple times because, the thing is, with, especially with big books like these, every single time you go through it, you pick up something new. So you go through it one time, you might not get all the information right away. You might forget something, so it's important that you, of course, go through this multiple times. But the thing that I really liked about this book, and you know, my biggest takeaway was, if you are really looking to grow in the long term, if you are someone that is just starting out, if you don't have lots of money to invest in advertising, then the absolute best thing to do is to focus on building up an audience organically. That is really a must, I'd say, especially in the online world, is you want to focus on building up a long-term audience of people that would know, like, and trust you. In this way, it's going to be much easier for you to, of course, scale in the long term. So that's pretty much what this book is all about. Again, if you want to check this out for yourself, I do have a link down below where you can, of course, check out, you know, this book. It is free to of course, pick up. You know, of course, you do have to pay for shipping. But other than that, you can get the book for free. And, you know, if you decide to pick up any of the things on the back end, then those are some other really cool bonuses that you can get as well. But that's pretty much what this is all about. But anyways, hope you got lots of value in this video. If you did, you should let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Give this a thumbs up, because it really does help the channel, and take care.